Hi everyone, it's craftytinas. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the Pocket Punch board. This is a We Are Memory Keepers Pocket Punch board. This video is a tutorial video on how to use the board. Just the basics, quickly, so that you can refer back to this every time you break out this board so you can use it. If you come to my Facebook page, you can print the Pocket Punch board directory. This is the exact same instructions that you have underneath your board in this little bitty packet. This is in the back of every board you buy. There's inches on one side and there are centimeters on the other. These are very tiny and very hard to read, and I was afraid that taking this in and out so often would also wear it out. So I have retyped it onto a spreadsheet with black writing so that we can get a good look of our sizes and know what we're doing without needing our reading glasses. So let's get started. Come to my Facebook page and print out the Pocket Punch board. There are 3 pages, so you want to make sure you get the correct one. When this video ends, I will be adding the QR symbol on this page so that whenever you're using this, you can refer back to this video showing you how to make these pockets. There is also a Pocket Punch board special and a Pocket Punch board flap extender. Those are going to have separate videos. We are just talking about the tutorial for making your Pocket Punch board work for what you need. There are a lot of sizes here. It might not necessarily be the size you need. If you find one that's exactly the size you need, please go to the next size up just to give you a little wiggle room for putting things in and out of your pocket. It makes quite a variety of sizes with 3 different size flaps, and all the instructions you need are right here. So let's pick one and get started. The first section we have here are A and B, which is down at below is the A, B, C, D, E, and F. And the top is 1, 2, and 3. This is how wide our envelope is, and this is how big the flap is. So let's pick this bottom one here. It is B, so we're going to set ours on B. This might make it easier for you to see. We're going to set our flap guide to 1, so it's all the way down. There is an arrow on there. The arrow should point to the paper, and there is an arrow on both of them. So now that we have this at B with the arrow pointing here, this one on 1 with the arrow pointing here, we need to know what size paper. But that depends if we want a flap, such as this one, or a notch, such as this one. Let's make the flap first. For the flap, we need a piece of paper that is 5 by 5 1/4. You can make it with cardstock or paper or anything you want. I'm going to make mine with cardstock, 5 by 5 1/4. The first number on this paper was 5. So that is the side that you need to go to the top. So you want to make sure that you're holding it with the measurement of 5 here and the 5 1/4 here. Starting out wrong will make your envelope wrong. It will just be the wrong size. You will still make a pocket. It just won't be the size you are wanting. This pocket is going to be 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. This is the 5-inch. We're going to put the 5-inch along the top using this bar and this bar as our guide. You're going to remove your scoring tool. You're going to open your scoring lines. This allows you to score all the way down the length of the paper. This also, by folding up, allows it to store without using as much space. So you're going to put it to the top bar and to the left bar. You're going to confirm that your left bar is at B and your top bar is at 1. You're going to make sure that is square, because if you are off, as you can see, that's off, your envelope will be off as well. Your pocket, I'm sorry, these are pockets. This is different than an envelope punch board. This is your pocket punch board. You want to make sure that is square, and just simply make sure it's up against this bar and up against the bar on the left. You're going to take your cutter, which is the little blade inside. The circle goes in the track, and the blade runs along the top of the track. Blade, circle. If you do not keep it here, if you choose to lay it down, make sure you put it on your desk where it doesn't fall, because dropping it on this blade a couple times will chip the edge and it won't cut as well. You can buy these extra blades because the blades will eventually wear out. I'm going to put it in the track, run it along the track, and my corner is cut off. I'm going to open it up and score. There's a dotted line here, so I'm going to score down. And there's a dotted line here, I'm going to score across. Then I'm going to flip the paper over, put it back in the same corner. I'm going to cut again. I already have the scoring line going across, so I only have to do the scoring line going down. Now I'm going to flip to the bottom of the page, and I'm going to do the same process. You can make sure your scoring line is lined up with your scoring line on the board and the dotted line on the top. Then use your cutter again. Open it up. We need a scoring line across the top. We're going to flip it over, put it back in the same position, and then use a scoring line again. Or use the cutting line, I'm sorry. Use the track again. And now I have two larger flaps and two smaller flaps. The larger flaps are my sides that are going to go in, and that is what I'm going to glue to close my pocket. I'm just going to run a thin line of glue. I'm using a hot glue pen. I like it because it's instant, it's quick. If any comes out, if it squishes out, I can just rub it away and it doesn't tear the paper. Now I have a flap on the bottom and a flap on the top. I like putting my glued flap on top, but you can also put it on the bottom if you prefer. Putting along the top, only along the top. I don't want it to get inside of my pocket and glue shut. And now I have a pocket with a closure. And that is how you do a small pocket with a small flap. Let's jump over and do a larger one with a larger flap. We're going to open this up and flip it over. Let's do the absolute largest we can do, which is 8 1/4. I'm sorry, a 9 by 8 1/4. I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock. I'm going to cut it at 9 inches. And I'm going to do 8 1/4. The 9-inch is where you need to start at the top. We're going to move these little pockets out of the way. We're following the bottom. We have to change the bars at this point. We need to go to F, which is the very furthest away, the very last one. And we're going to go to 3, which is also the very furthest away, the very top. So we make sure it's at F and at 3. If you have either one of these in the wrong spot, the finished envelope will not be the size indicated on the sheet. It will still make a pocket. It just will not be the size you want. You have to have all of the measurements correct. The size of the paper, the top bar, and the left bar have to be correct in order to get that size finished pocket. So we're going to put this in the corner, just like we did before. We're going to use our little cutter. We're going to open it up, and we're going to score down as far as the board allows us. And you will see there's this much space. That's perfectly fine. This one will go all the way across. We're going to flip it just like we did before. You're going to close. You're going to cut just like before. Now you already have it scored across the top, so now you're going to score down the bottom. You're going to flip it to the bottom. Make sure it's in the corner because you can no longer see to make sure it's lined up. Just make sure it's flush on both stoppers so that you get a perfect cut and a correct pocket. Because the score line isn't complete, I'm going to complete the score line, and I'm going to score across the top. I'm going to flip it over and now do my last corner. And do the score line that was not complete. These sides come in and they overlap just enough for you to add the glue. You can fold in the bottom if you prefer. If you're going to fold in the bottom, simply glue the flap, put some glue across the bottom flap, and now the whole envelope is glued together and your flap is glued on the inside instead of on the outside. It's a totally look. It doesn't matter as far as holding items and putting in the pocket. If you're decorating the flap and you wish to decorate both ends, such as with washi tape or embossing them, you may want the flap to be out. Or I like the universal look with the flap being out. It is totally up to you. Now let's make one using the notch, because it does have 2 less steps of what we just did, and then we're adding punching the notch. So let's do something fun. Let's do an entirely different one. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 happens to be one of my favorite size books. So let's go with that so I can have an envelope to go inside my book. So in order to make the notch, I have to follow the paper guides to the outside, 9 by 6 1/2. So we're going to go 9 inches by 6 1/2. 9 inches is our first number, so that is the number we're going to start with here. We need F3. So we're already in F and we are already at 3. Always double check if you're changing sizes. We're going to cut it with the blade. We're going to score our going down line, and we're going to go score our across line. We're going to flip it over, put it in the right spot. We're going to cut it again. We already have our score line across the top, so we're going to put the score line across the bottom. We're going to flip it upside down. We're going to flip it totally over. We're going to do the same thing again, where we're going to cut. We already have a score line going down, so we're going to put... I have totally messed you guys up. If you are doing the notch shape, that is the one with the notch, you are not going to do the second step. So let's do this again. The 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 needs a 9 by 6 1/2. So we're going to cut a 9 by 6 1/2. That envelope is not a waste, guys. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. It is still an envelope. It is no longer the size that I wanted it, and it is a flat envelope. But it is still an envelope. It still works as an envelope. It still functions as an envelope. It is just no longer the size I wanted. It is now 4 1/4 by 4 1/2. It's still a functioning envelope. You can still use it. But it is not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the notch. For the notch, you're only going to do one side of the paper. You're going to cut it. You're going to score it. You are going to flip it up to continue your score line. And you're actually doing it on the dotted line, but that's okay. I just wanted it there. Now you don't do this side. You only have 3 sides: the right, the left, and the bottom. And you're just going to glue the edge. And then you're going to glue the flap. And now I have a pocket without the hole. So we're going to flip this over and you're going to put it in the center. It has equal lines on both sides. And you're going to punch the center, and now you have that notch. And that notch is so that you can put other sheets and pages in there and still be able to pull it out. And that is how you use the pocket punch board by We Are Memory Keepers. Now, what do you use the pocket punch board for? Variety of things. You can make envelopes that can go into your notebooks. You can make pretty decorative little ones to go on top of your cards. You can make them to hold a gift card so that you can put it inside your card or onto your gift bag. There will be a video, there are going to be other videos showing you projects with this. This video is specifically so that I could show you how to use it. Make sure you go over to Facebook and get the Pocket Punch board. It will have a QR code here. You simply use your phone, go to your QR code app, and when you hover over this, it will take you directly to YouTube to this video, not to my page so that you have to go through hundreds of videos. It's going to bring you straight to this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the Pocket Punch board. If you don't have this board, it is still out there. It is not discontinued, and it's a great board to have. If you do junk journals, any kind of journaling, notebooks, scrapbooks, greeting cards, this is the board for you. If you ship and mail specific items, odd shape items, items that you want to put into an envelope, this is also a great board for you. You simply put your item in, fold it over, and ship it on its way. If you like this punch board, there is another tutorial showing you how to use the 4 to 5 extender so that you can make your flaps larger. That is in another video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoy your punch board, and as always, happy crafting.